A chilling wind sweeps across the quiet city of Kissimmee, near Orlando, as the dawn of Monday, February 26th, breaks. 13-year-old Madeline Soto, a petite figure standing 5 feet 1 inch, with a crown of blonde hair and eyes as blue as the Florida sky, leaves her home on Village Park Drive. She's heading to school, yet the day unfolds unlike any other. Madeline doesn't return home. She vanishes, leaving a void that echoes through the city, the state, the entire nation.
And go ahead and tell us what's going on with Maddie.
Well, Monday morning, we took her to school. We dropped her off close to school, across the street from a church, which is it's right next to the school. She crossed the street, and walked to school, what we thought walked to school. My boyfriend who drove her to school drove away at that point. It was seen on video footage that she hung out in the parking lot of the church for a few minutes and then got up and walked towards the school. But she never made it. That walk and that was around 9 a.m. when she got up. She never made it to school after that. It's right next to the school. I don't know why she didn't make it. I don't know if something happened on her walk along the way or if she got taken, but she never made it.
And that was the last anyone's seen of her or heard from her?
Yes. I went to pick her up after school, and she wasn't there. So I started driving around, maybe thinking she took a walk. Maybe she decided to walk to my mom's office, which is pretty close to the school as well. Drove around and I didn't see anything. I drove back to the school was closed. I emailed one of her teachers. They confirmed that she was absent all day. At that point is when I called 911 because I realized something was truly wrong.
Have you heard from any of her friends? Has she been active on any social media?
She hasn't been active on social media, none of her chats, none of her games. We did contact all her friends. None of them had seen her Monday or heard from her. Yeah, there's no update.
And I have to ask this, and I know I hate doing it, but is she the type that would run away? Has this happened in the past or anything? Has she ever threatened to run away?
Never. She's never ever mentioned anything like this before, and she's not the type to want to do this. She did accidentally leave her phone on Monday, which is kind of normal for her. She's got ADHD and very forgetful. So she left her phone at home, so there's no way to trace her. They tried tracing her school laptop, but that's off, so it's not pinging to anything.
Jen, what is your fear? I know you mentioned she's on games and stuff. Do you think she could have met somebody and tried to meet up with them?
She's open to us. She's open with us about, if she's got a crush with anyone, and she told us she had a crush on someone at school. And I looked at their messages. Nothing was weird. I looked at all of her messages, all of her deleted messages. Nothing seemed weird. It didn't seem like she was talking to anyone. So I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like she may have been taken, because this is not like her at all to just disappear and not let us know where she's going or who she's with. Yeah.
What are you getting from law enforcement? Are they actively searching for her? What happens now? Especially that she doesn't have her phone with her.
So as far as I know, they're conducting a search around the school. Behind the school, there's a Shingle Creek. There's a wooded path area that you could walk. It's a hiking path. They are going back there with their canine dogs. They've taken a piece of her clothing to see if they can trace her scent. They're also taking their own vehicles. I'm not sure what type of vehicles, but they're going into the woods to search for her. But I don't feel like that's going to find anything right now. We've had people all day on that trail sending us photos to see if anything there looks familiar and like her personal belongings, and nothing is hers. So I'm not sure where to go from here. I'm just contacting the news, to get the word out, to get some help, because I'm desperate. I'm a wreck right now.
So you think that she's been taken against her will?
I do think so, yes.
As a mom, what's your mother's intuition telling you right now?
I'm trying to hope for the best, but I'm scared for her. I want her to be okay, and I want her to be safe. I don't want her to come back harmed. I just want her back, whatever that means. I just want her back.
Are you getting any updates from law enforcement? I mean, yes, they're searching that small area, but have they gotten any hits on any scent or anything like that?
They haven't let me know anything. They haven't updated me since I spoke to them this morning. I've contacted them to get some information or to give them some leads, but I've heard nothing back.
And Jen, there's no way that she, just being, a teenager, was like, maybe had a fight with you or an argument with you and was like, you know what, I'm going to go hang out at so-and-so's house and teach her a lesson. Could that be a scenario?
I don't believe so. We actually haven't gotten into a fight in like a few weeks, or arguments or anything like that. If anything, on Sunday, she celebrated her 13th birthday with my entire family, and she had the best day. She was so happy. She showed us all her gifts. She's just a happy girl, and she showed it on Sunday night when she went to bed. She was so happy. So, she had the best day. I just, there was no moment in that evening from when she got home from the party that she had her phone or had the laptop. She went straight to getting ready and went to bed. So I know she didn't have any conversations with anyone. She didn't make plans with anyone. I didn't see any of that.
So she's spent the whole Sunday celebrating her 13th birthday. Was her 13th birthday on that Sunday, or that was just like the time you guys were celebrating?
That was the time we were celebrating. Her birthday was on Thursday, the 22nd.
Okay,
She just turned 13.
But that's just so heartbreaking to be celebrating her 13th birthday, and then the very next day, that's gone. The last you've seen of her.
Yeah.
I mean, where do you go now? Are you gonna go out there and search or look, or what is are you sticking by the phone? Are you what are you doing?
People who may be on the spectrum, that's something that we take into consideration about where they might end up, where they might go. Everybody good? All right, thank you.
The search for Maddie continues.
Maddie, if you see this, please come home.
It's now been 4 days since 13-year-old Madeline Soto was last seen in Orlando. Her mother's boyfriend now sitting in a jail cell, the prime suspect in her disappearance.
Based upon his refusal to come to court, he's got an out-of-county warrant out of Osceola County. His bonds will remain at none.
And Fox 35 got Stefan Stearns on camera before he was arrested.
Tonight, Maddie's family is hoping for good news as they wait for a break in the case.
We will not stop until we find her.
Developing story tonight. A lot has happened over the past few days since Maddie disappeared. So here's what we know right now. Maddie celebrated her 13th birthday on Sunday. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Brown.
And I'm Marlisa Goldsmith. Monday morning, Maddie's mom's boyfriend, Stefan Stearns, reportedly took Maddie to school. She was last seen crossing the street around 8:30 that morning. Orange County deputies released this missing persons poster on Tuesday.
And then Wednesday morning, deputies searched the woods near Hunters Creek and then held a press conference. And then just before 10 o'clock last night, deputies arrested Stearns. His charges include sexual battery.
Fox 35's Hannah McKenzie joins us live tonight. And Hannah, you have been following this story for a while now. Stearns has been named a prime suspect in the case.
Yeah, Marlisa, I sure have. And I actually spoke with one of Maddie Soto's aunts today. She tells me this has been a very difficult day for them. And this news, this new development has really been devastating to the family. But they're still holding out hope for Maddie's safe return. Maddie Soto missing since Monday. The 13-year-old allegedly dropped off for school near Town Loop Boulevard around 8:30. Didn't make it inside. Stefan Stearns now named prime suspect in her disappearance. Stearns is the longtime boyfriend of Soto's mother, Jen. You can see him here in the background of our interview with Jen Soto Tuesday.
I went to pick her up after school, and she wasn't there.
Sitting behind her, Stearns is fidgeting and cracking his knuckles.
That's a way to release tension. The point is, tension is actually one of the 27 what we call points of interest that can lead to possible deception or suspect behavior.
Human behavior investigator Susan Constantine isn't connected to this case. We asked her to weigh in on Stearns' mannerisms.
In my personal opinion, I would have said, Sheriff's Office, you need to take a really good look at this guy. He is presenting to me suspect behavior.
Right now, Stearns is behind bars, charged with sexual battery and possession of material depicting sexual performance by a child. Stearns, voluntarily handing over his phone, stated he accidentally factory reset the device the day Soto went missing. On it, investigators recovering disturbing photos and videos. An arrest warrant from Kissimmee police revealing details too graphic to air.
What about Mr. Stearns?
The 37-year-old being held without bond, refusing to show up in court Thursday. Retired detective David Nutting has dealt with hundreds of suspects over the years.
How frustrating is it when you have a prime suspect who is refusing to play ball or give up information or just answer questions?
It's especially frustrating in cases involving children, because it just seems so right in human nature to just tell everything you know. I mean, this is a truly innocent victim. This is somebody, Maddie, a young girl who did not live a high-risk lifestyle, and she's apparently with.
The Orange County Sheriff's Office swings into action, launching a full-scale search operation. Yet, as days turn into nights and back into days again, there's no sign of Madeline. The city holds its breath, hoping, praying for the safe return of one of their own. But the story takes a dark turn. On the 2nd of March, the body of Madeline Soto is found in a desolate, wooded area. The missing person case that had gripped the nation morphs into a homicide investigation. A prime suspect emerges from the shadows: Stefan Stearns, the boyfriend of Madeline's mother. He's arrested, but not for Madeline's murder. Stearns faces charges of sexual battery and possession of child sexual abuse material. Evidence found on his phone paints a horrifying picture, hinting at his possible involvement. Yet, Stearns remains tight-lipped, offering no cooperation to the authorities. The Kissimmee Police Department continues their investigation, meticulously piecing together the final days of Madeline's life. Video evidence reveals Stearns discarding items into a dumpster. Some say it may have been the backpack and laptop of Madeline. It is also said that police may have footage of Madeline in his vehicle as well. Every shred of evidence points towards him, but without a confession or concrete proof, Madeline's case remains unresolved. The story of Madeline Soto is a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks beneath the surface of our society. It's a tale of a life cut short, a city in mourning, and a desperate search for justice. As we bring the Madeline Soto case to a close, it's essential to reflect on the profound impact it has had on all involved. Through exhaustive investigation and diligent legal proceedings, we have sought justice for Madeline and her loved ones. While the conclusion of this case may mark the end of a legal chapter, it's crucial to remember the lasting imprint Madeline has left on our hearts and minds. Let her memory serve as a reminder of the importance of perseverance, compassion, and the relentless pursuit of truth. Though the journey has been arduous, we hope that the resolution of this case brings a measure of solace and closure to those affected by Madeline's story. May her legacy endure as a beacon of hope and a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Please like, share, and subscribe for updates on this story and to enjoy other content like this.